Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. There is plenty of Harry and Meghan to cover once again, but first, we're a week away from Christmas and the King has released his first Christmas card as sovereign. CNN reports the photo was taken by Sam Hussein at the Braemar Games in Scotland on September 3rd, 5 days before Queen Elizabeth died and when Charles was still the Prince of Wales. It features the King and Queen Camilla looking at each other with the King in profile, wearing a beige suit and striped tie and Camilla wearing a green hat and jacket. The Waleses have also released their card. In the photo, which was taken earlier this year by Matt Porteous in Norfolk, UK, the happy family are flashing smiles and walking hand in hand. At the time of this recording, Harry and Meghan had yet to release a card, but we are confident it will be well scrutinized when they do. Yahoo reports in a rare move, the palace provided a behind-the-scenes look at the filming process at Kate's recent solo photo announcing her Christmas Carols special. We'll add the timing was interesting as it landed in the middle of a Netflix news cycle. Yahoo adds, "It's not yet clear where exactly Kate's announcement was filmed, but judging from the fact that there's a highly decorated ceiling in the BTS shot, it seems to be an actual room, presumably in the palace, versus a set. We can also see Kate standing on a taped marker on the floor surrounded by a ton of professional lighting equipment to give her that perfect Christmassy glow. But it also looks like some set pieces were moved around for the final shot because that pile of presents ended up in a totally different location." It's yet unclear what the royals will be doing for the holidays, as this is the first Christmas post-Elizabeth. Some traditions may change. Yahoo reminds us that the Sandringham estate had always been a Christmas tradition for the royal family when Queen Elizabeth II was alive. With her passing and King Charles III ascending to the throne, there may be a change to Prince William and Kate Middleton's holiday schedule. Royal expert Jenny Bond told OK Magazine that the 2 or 3 day celebrations of the past may indeed be a thing of the past at Sandringham. She believes that the younger royals will probably want to spend time with their own families. While I imagine there will be a gathering at Sandringham, whether it will be quite as extended as it used to be with the Queen, and with quite as many people, I'm not sure. Without the linchpin of the Queen holding together an often fractured family, they may suddenly decide to do their own thing. In the past, Kate and William would alternate their years at Sandringham to spend time with the Middleton family, although as the Queen aged, there was a tendency towards spending more time at Sandringham. The Daily Mail noticed some unanswered questions from the Harry and Meghan documentary. While the pair's very damaging accusation that an unnamed royal made racist remarks about their son Archie's skin tone was mentioned in passing, nothing more was said about who, what, when, or where the alleged comment occurred. Nor did Meghan elaborate on her claim that Kate, the Princess of Wales, made her cry in the hours before her wedding, having hit back at the original version of the story in which it was she who left Kate in tears during the Oprah interview. The truth about what really happened with Meghan's choice of wedding tiara also remains a mystery, despite multiple reports about the row that is said to have erupted over the selection of the accessory and the then bride-to-be's desire to try it out beforehand. Similarly, while a number of bombshell claims about their behavior within palace walls have been publicly aired over the past few years, the majority of them went ignored during the doc. In the documentary, Meghan said, "Kensington Palace sounds very regal. Of course it does. It says palace in the name, but Nottingham Cottage was so small." People wrote about the cottage in 2017. It is one of a few cottages within the compound. They are well restored, typical country cottages and originally used for the estate workers. In the past 40 years or so, they've been accommodation for senior members of the household. While known mainly for being the palace where Diana lived in the last years of her life and where William and Harry were brought up, the palace was originally known as Nottingham House, a mansion that William III bought in 1689. He had been looking for a residence away from the River Thames. It was the main home of sovereigns until 1760, when George II died there. Queen Victoria was born and raised in the residence. Today it comes with the ultimate security and, fittingly, its own heliport at Perks Field next to the palace buildings. In the doc, Harry said Oprah Winfrey was surprised at how small the cottage is. Oprah reportedly said, "No one would ever believe it." Palace Intrigue will be right back. Former royal correspondent Richard Bates, writing for The Guardian, wonders, was it all worth it? Will the series alter things for the royals? My feeling is not. Monarchists here and around the world already know much of this stuff. and either discount it or tut and move on. Republicans, meanwhile, will merely be confirmed in their view of an outdated, antiquated, and out-of-touch institution. Was it worth it for Harry and Meghan? That depends what they were hoping for. In Britain, Harry's approval ratings have sunk since he left the country, but it may give them the profile to mine lucrative celebrity elsewhere. Was it all worth it for Netflix? The streaming giants must be happy that the last week's installments became its highest-viewed documentary premiere in Britain's most popular TV series of 2022. But will there be more happy returns in the future? Have Harry and Meghan got more to say that will drive sales and damage the institution, or have they shot their bolt? That's the cliffhanger now. The royal soap opera will continue. For all the uncertainties, that's inevitable. The challenge for the US cast members will be finding ways to stay in it. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your favorite shows. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue, and good times.